Okay, yesterday I told you about this book which claims that Donald Trump is a mafia-owned Russian asset. The book is called House of Trump, House of Putin, The Untold Story of Donald Trump and the Russian Mafia. It's by investigative journalist Craig Unger. And one claim made in the book, among many, is that Unger said to Newsweek during an interview about the book that he has reason to believe there's a Russian asset in the White House who Unger believes is an actual Russian agent, but that part is not 100% clear. But at minimum, that there is a Russian asset working at the White House that is tied to Russian intelligence. I don't know if the story I'm about to tell you is related to Craig Unger's book or not. It's not clear whether this is the person that Unger was thinking about or talking about. But Democrats in the House of Representatives are now investigating National Security Advisor John Bolton's ties to the same suspected Russian spy, Maria Butina, who was recently indicted. And this is just a stunning convergence of multiple angles of the fiasco that is the Trump administration. And I'm going to do my best to break it down for you because it's starting to get very convoluted. We've got part A, which is Craig Unger's claim that there's a Russian asset working at the White House. Part B, from a few weeks ago, is that Maria Butina was indicted for being an unregistered foreign agent and for conspiracy to act. She is believed to be an agent of the Russian government working in the United States on Russia's behalf without properly disclosing it. We learned that Butina got access not only to high-level executives at the National Rifle Association, which has been a possible and likely conduit of Russian money to the Trump campaign. Butina also got access to officials at the Federal Reserve. Butina got access to officials at the Treasury Department and to at least one congressman that we know about, our friend, Congressman Russia, as I know him, Dana Rohrabacher, a Republican from California. What we now have are Democratic congressmen Elijah Cummings and Stephen Lynch, who want documents from Chief of Staff John Kelly related to whether John Bolton reported his previous work with this alleged Russian spy on his security clearance forms or on other White House vetting materials. It's suspected that the current national security advisor to the President of the United States, John Bolton, Trump's third NSA, by the way, is tied directly to suspected Russian spy Maria Butina through a video that Bolton participated in for a Butina-organized gun rights roundtable promoting gun rights in Russia. This actually was reported months ago by NPR. This was in March of 2018. At the time, Bolton wasn't yet the national security advisor. He became national security advisor in April, and the details reported by NPR did not get as much attention as they probably should have. And what we now know is that in 2013, John Bolton participated in a roundtable discussion organized by the same Maria Butina who has been indicted. And what Democrats are asking for are documents related to whether Bolton discussed the contacts that he no doubt had with someone, presumably Butina, if not others involved in that group, when he was invited and agreed to participate in this Russian gun rights thing, which, by the way, who even gets involved in advocating for Russian gun rights? I guess the NRA wants it because it helps them sell more guns for their clients. I don't know. But every time you shake a tree, as I saw written on Reddit yesterday, a Russian drops out of it. And what is the explanation going to be? My guess is, if you ask me, do I think that Bolton put anything about the work he did with this Russian gun rights group and his contacts potentially with Butina herself on his SF-86 form? My guess is, like Jared Kushner, he forgot to include that on the form.
Yeah, I mean, in response, they'll just deny everything here. And I think they can get away with that, especially because even I'm skeptical about this connection. In a way, because John Bolton is a neocon, and his words and actions haven't exactly been pro-Russia throughout the years.
Sure.
Like he supports regime change in Syria, which of course Putin and Bashar al-Assad are aligned. He also said that the 2016 election meddling was an act of war, and that the U.S. negotiates with Russia at its peril. So I'm going to hold out judgment for now.
Well, then, if there's no reason to hide these contacts, I'm sure that they are on his SF-86 form, right?
Yeah, I'd love to see that 86 form, yep.
I think they're probably not on there. And this is, listen, This is just Trump's national security advisor. He mostly gets coffee and makes dinner reservations for people on Trump's staff. This is not like a, oh, wait a second, it's the national security advisor. Yeah, that's pretty serious. So let's get those records, but I don't think anybody will be surprised if the SF-86 form is missing any reference to this organization or to Maria Butina or whoever his contact was. And what I want to remind you of, it's now going to have to become a daily reminder. Pat's furious with me that I'm doing this, but it has to be a daily reminder. Nothing will happen unless Republicans lose control on November 6, 2018, period. Let's make it happen. Let me know on Twitter what you think about this. I'm on Twitter at @dpakman, and the show is on Twitter at David Pakman Show. Today's program is made possible in part by BetterHelp.com/Pakman. This is something I really believe in. BetterHelp gives you access to fully licensed and experienced psychologists and therapists through your phone or computer. I have been talking for years about the problem around people not seeking help because of the stigma around mental health services, because of the cost of mental health services. And all you have to do with BetterHelp is go to betterhelp.com/Pakman, answer some basic questions. You'll be matched with a therapist that will be right for you. You can change therapists if you don't think that it's a good fit. It's less expensive than seeing someone in person. You will still get the professional help, and it is unlimited. You can talk to a therapist every day from home or wherever you are. Go to betterhelp.com/Pakman. It is so easy to sign up and get started. We've put a link in the description if you're watching on YouTube, betterhelp.com/PAKMAN. If you've been wanting to talk to somebody but for whatever reason haven't, please go to betterhelp.com/PAKMAN.